DeepSeek is new AI assistant. It's surged to the top of Apple's App Store, surpassed even OpenAI's ChatGPT. And if you haven't heard of it, it's part of a broader movement where AI technologies are rapidly gaining traction, with DeepSeek's open source nature and competitive pricing strategy rocketing its popularity. What's crazy is this model from China is so capable that it competes with ChatGPT's $200 a month O1 Pro tier. This video is brought to you by Brain.fm. It's focus music. I love it. It's linked below. We'll talk more about it later. But it's open source, so you could download it and run it locally, or you can use it through their app. Although caution, if you do use it through their app, they do say that they store the information on servers in China. So, you know, if you're a big person, you can figure that out for yourself if that's what you want to do or not. Someone pointed out, hey, American companies collect your info too, but if you're American, then you probably don't care as much. But it's pretty crazy. It's taken the tech world by storm, the AI world by storm, because of how capable it is and the fact that they released it as open source, which is, everyone's been saying, you know, Sam Altman started OpenAI to be open, and it's very closed now. It's for profit, used to be a nonprofit, so things really changed. And this is like what OpenAI should have been almost. So this 9 to 5 Mac article is actually interesting because it points out that Apple's benefiting from DeepSeek's rise in a few ways. Number one, it's helping Apple reclaim its spot as the most valuable company. Why is that? Because there was a big impact in the stock market. You can call it the NVIDIA dip that had to do with everyone talking about DeepSeek here, but also the App Store charts. Everyone's talking about how popular it is and how it's unseated all the other apps to become the #1 most downloaded app right now on the iPhone. And then number three, while Apple is investing money into AI, and the way I put it recently is I use a lot of AI, I just don't use Apple's AI really these days. And I think that's the problem for Apple and for people who want Apple to produce some really useful artificial intelligence. It's like, well, here people are using this and it's through Apple. Apple's like the frame that you're viewing the scenery through, and the scenery being DeepSeek, but it's not Apple's AI. So this certainly does represent, as people have pointed out, competition for firms like ChatGPT, but not just that, open source, you know, solutions like Llama, Google's Gemini, et cetera, et cetera. Everyone though was caught flat-footed by this in the West, including Apple. Apple has struggled with AI. A lot of people have said Apple unintelligence, right? That started circling, making the rounds on social media last week. And of course, it becomes obvious that, you know, Apple is doing stuff with things like machine learning and stuff. AI is baked into everything that is on your Apple devices, but yet it's not the sort of AI that people have come to expect or that they are craving from Apple. And so when you have a company come out of the blue and drop a model like this that's so capable for so cheap, if you're going to use the API, it's just like pennies on the dollar, you know, compared to what you would get with OpenAI, that it just throws a wrench in everything. It completely remaps basically the entire AI world for anyone doing anything with AI or in AI. So what's crazy is even while NVIDIA stock tumbled, Apple stock actually saw a bit of an uptick because of DeepSeek's success, I guess. That suggests investor confidence in Apple's ability to capitalize on the AI trends, perhaps. Even if it's not their AI, still their app store. Are you going to check out DeepSeek? Are you going to use it? Are you worried about privacy concerns or anything like that? Censorship? Of course, if you bring up anything like Tiananmen Square or anything like that, DeepSeek's not going to tell you anything about it, right? There's plenty of censorship there, but there's censorship on ChatGPT over certain viewpoints and stuff too. So that's really not new. You can get uncensored versions of it, and you can run it locally as well if you have a powerful enough computer. And again, Apple does benefit in some Apple customers there because a lot of Apple hardware can run smaller versions of these sorts of really capable models. So let me know. What do you think about it? Are you going to use it? Now, very quickly, let me mention our sponsor, Brain.fm. Focus music. It's perfect for deep work, being creative, learning. It can help you focus in as little as 5 minutes, and it's science-backed. As you can see here, it actually does produce real results. People love it. I love it. I use it all the time. So you should definitely grab your 30-day free trial using the link down in the description. You can go to brain.fm/dailytech, daily TEKK. That's brain.fm/dailyTEKK.